Hey, it's Shirley Brown here, IFQ TV. It is the end of the night here at the Film Festival in Hollywood. We have hit the peak, the end. It's been absolutely amazing, and we've had so many beautiful people come along this red carpet, and now we have Dan Bessie here, who has a documentary, A War in Hollywood. Now, this is interesting. What's A War in Hollywood about?
It's not my documentary. I'm an interviewee in the film, and the film is narrated from my father's point of view. You have to go back to 1938, when there was a revolution in Spain, and the fascist dictatorship overthrew the legally elected republic. So A War in Hollywood is actually an examination of how Hollywood films looked at that war, and also how the fascist dictator, Franco, exercised censorship over American films.
Wow. So this is like from your dad, like your...
From his perspective, because he was the only American screenwriter who actually fought in the Spanish Civil War. There were 3,000 American volunteers in the Abraham Lincoln Brigade who joined the Spanish Republic in their fight to try to stop fascism from coming to Spain.
Wow, so this movie, this documentary, you've been working on it for a very long time.
Yeah, well, I've been helping with it, advising and so forth. It's been in the process for about 3 years, yeah.
Well, and I see Susan Sarandon is part of the documentary.
He's one of the primary interviewees, yeah, and Arthur Lawrence, who wrote Away We Were, is interviewed in it, and Walter Bernstein, who wrote The Front, the Woody Allen movie, is also in it, and other people, historians, Spanish historian, and American historians of the period are also featured. And
how do you enroll these people? Just because, I suppose because it's such a...
the film was funded by the Spanish government, so they had a decent budget, and the filmmaker, whose name is Oriol Porta, who was headquartered in Barcelona, you have to say Barcelona, sent researchers to the United States, and he came to the United States himself, and they dug out a whole bunch of material, interviewed a whole bunch of people, and put the film together.
There's quite a history out there, isn't there?
It is indeed.
Wow. So what happens with A War in Hollywood? What's going to happen with it?
Well, I don't know. He's seeking distribution now. It's played in film festivals all over Europe, and it's playing in a couple in the United States, I believe, including here. And I think he's going to be mainly concentrating on seeking a distributor from this point on.
Well, is he getting a good response?
Yes. I've been to 2 or 3 of the screenings at festivals, and it's been overwhelming response, because unlike Americans who know not very much about that particular period, Europeans are pretty much up on their history and know a lot about the Spanish Civil War, because it was a very big event in the 30s in Europe. It preceded Hitler's onslaught against the world.
Wow.
And the feeling was that if fascism had been stopped in Spain, there might not have been a Second World War.
Wow, that's like intense. That's crazy, yeah.
Right.
Well, everybody, A War in Hollywood, I think we all should be educated on this history
Good idea.
and watch this film. So, hey, good luck, and I hope the world gets to see A War in Hollywood.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan. Dan Bessie, everybody. Yabba dabba doo.